Okay, so these are my definitions for lesson 21 assignment. These three aren't in order just because they don't have pictures associated with them, so I figured I would just put these three on one slide together because the other ones all have pictures. 1, hydrology, the study of water. 3, precipitation, water released from clouds in the form of rain, freezing rain, sleet, snow, or hail. 11, groundwater flow, subsurface movement of water through porous media. 2, engineering hydrology, the aspects of hydrology that relate to the design and application of engineering projects for the control and use of water. Examples of these can be dams, water systems, pipes, infrastructure collection systems. And to the right, I have a picture of Goose Dam. It's part of Lake Whitney in Hamden, Connecticut. And underneath of that is a picture from Google Maps of where it is in Hamden. 4, infiltration, process by which precipitation moves downward through the surface of the earth and replenishes soil moisture, recharges aquifers, and ultimately supports stream flow. And then I have the Quinnipiac lawn from the quad, just to show like grass could be an example of that. When it rains, it just kind of soaks down into the ground. 5, interception, portion of precipitation which wets above ground surfaces objects until it is returned to the atmosphere through evaporation. And then I have north lot, because on the ground there you can see like it just rained and the water's still sitting on the asphalt until eventually it'll either drain or evaporate back into the clouds. 6, depression storage, water trapped in surface depressions that only escape from which is infiltration or evapotranspiration. And the example I have for this is the rain garden that ASCE was a part of making, where the water will flow from the walkway there and from the house that's to the right, and it'll flow into the garden here, watering the garden, instead of it flowing down and going into Mill River. 7, evaporation, phase change from liquid to gas, the process by which water is transferred from the land and water masses of the earth to the atmosphere. And I just have a pot of like boiling water. The steam you see when you boil water is evaporation. So I have one picture for 2 definitions because they both kind of go along with it. So 8, transpiration, evaporation counterpart for plants, flux of vapor from soil to atmosphere through plants, uptake of water through roots and evaporation off leaves. And then 9, evapotranspiration, combined process of evaporation and transpiration. So 8 would be the water that's produced by the leaves in the bag, and you can see like how much water comes off of just the leaves at the bottom there in the corner of the bag, and then you can see like it looks kind of cloudy, and that would be the evapotranspiration part, where it's trying to go back into the atmosphere, but it's getting caught by the bag. 10 is surface runoff, flow over a surface, precipitation in excess of soil or vegetation uptake. So this, I put a picture of like a drainage system on a street, because the asphalt, it's not very good at soaking up the water, and so the rain will just kind of flow downhill. And 12, stream flow, surface water flowing in defined channels. This is the Quinnipiac Pond by the gym up top. And then the middle picture is kind of by the Commons Bridge. and so is the last one. And by the medical center, this, you can kind of see like a channel of where the water would flow from the pond up top, and it'll flow through, they have little tubes there too for it to flow like underground as well, and it'll come out into these channels if it ever overflows. And that's all 12.